Let us see third part of the question. Calculate the gain to the shareholders of both the companies if AFC Limited pays 22 rupees per share of BCD Limited, assuming price earning ratio of AFC Limited does not change after the merger. EPS of AFC BCD provided before merger. It is assumed that AFC Limited invests its cash to earn at the rate of 10%. Friends, we already have calculated NPV to BCD Limited. Now we are required to find NPV to AFC Limited. This is for the first time that we have a situation wherein we are required to calculate NPV to acquiring company if we have been provided with the information that consideration is in form of cash. This is for the first time we have been provided with the information calculation of NPV to the acquiring company if consideration is in form of cash. In that case, let us see that how to make the calculation of synergy gain, how to make the calculation of NPV to the acquiring firm. It will be calculated something like this. Everybody is requested to stop writing, let me explain you. We understand like this: AFC, BCD and merge firm. AFC, BCD and merge firm. You can see that EPS is provided to us of AFC it is 8, BCD it is 2 rupee 50 paise. Like that information is given. You can see that for AFC Limited, you have been provided with the market price of the share in the first part of the question. Market price of the share is 100 rupees. So we can say that the price earning ratio of AFC Limited before merger is MPS upon EPS, that is 12.5 times. Like that information is given. EPS is 8 rupees for AFC and 2 rupee 50 paise for BCD. Number of shares are 10 lakhs for acquiring company and 5 lakhs for the target company. So we can say that as far as the earning after taxation is concerned, it must be 80 lakhs. And over here, it must be 12.5 lakhs. In absence of an information, we assume that summation of these two earning is earning after taxation of the merged firm, that is 92.5 lakhs. Importantly, you can see that information is given. It is assumed that AFC Limited can invest its cash to earn at the rate of 10%. So we understand a kind of opportunity cost information is provided to us, like AFC, BCD and the merged firm. You have been provided with the information that 22 rupees is paid per share. So 22 rupees per share multiplying with 5 lakh number of shares. So product of this two is the total consideration paid. That comes to 110 lakhs, which could have been invested somewhere else at the rate of 10%. So kind of opportunity cost is 11 lakhs. So from 92.5 lakhs, that 11 lakhs will be subtracted. That is the revised earning of the merged firm. That is the revised earning of the merged firm. That is 81.5 lakhs. The question clearly provides information. Assuming the price earning ratio of AFC does not change after the merger. So we understand that the price earning ratio of the merged firm is same as it was before merger. That is 12.5 times. That is 12.5 times. So earning after taxation into price earning ratio. Like that, market value of the merged firm will be calculated. We understand that consideration is paid to the shareholders of target company in form of cash. Consideration is paid to the shareholders of the target company in form of cash. So this entire market value is attributable to the shareholders of acquiring firm. So we understand that less market value of AFC before merger. AFC before merger. In that you can see it is 100 rupees per share multiplying with 10 lakh number of shares. So the market value of AFC before merger is 1000 lakhs. Market value of AFC before merger is 1000 lakhs. So revise the market value of the merged firm will be compared with the current market value of AFC, and difference of that is the NPV to the acquiring firm. I repeat important point once again. The important point over here is to understand that since consideration is paid in form of cash, market value of the merged firm itself is market value attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. Market value of the merged firm itself is market value attributable to the shareholders of acquiring firm. From that, market value of A Limited before merger is subtracted to calculate NPV to acquiring firm. Importantly over here, whatever cash consideration which is paid, that amount could have been invested somewhere else. So the amount paid into 10%, like that the opportunity cost is incorporated in the calculation of the market value of the merged firm. With this, market value of merged firm is found, and based on that NPV to the acquiring firm is found. So calculation of NPV to AFC Limited. In that, working note number 1, calculation of price earning ratio of AFC Limited before merger. That is MPS upon EPS, 100 rupees per share divided by 8 rupees per share. That comes to 12.5 times. Please take an answer from board. Let us see, friends, the final answer is calculation of NPV to AFC Limited in case of cash consideration. So in case of cash consideration, NPV to the acquiring firm, this is for the first time we are making this kind of calculation. As I explained to you, first of all we calculate the earning after taxation of the merged firm. It is earning after taxation of AFC before merger plus earning after taxation of BCD before merger. Summation of those two. is earning after taxation of the merged firm. That is 8 rupees per share into 10 lakh plus 2 rupee 50 paise per share into 5 lakhs. Less opportunity cost. This is important. This amount could have been invested somewhere else. 22 rupees per share into 5 lakh. 100 lakhs is the 110 lakhs is a consideration which could have been invested at the rate of 10%. So 11 lakhs which could have been earned, not earned due to acquisition. So we understand that this is an opportunity cost which is to be subtracted from 92.5 lakhs. So revise the earning after taxes. 92.5 lakhs minus 11 lakhs, 81.5 lakhs. Price earning ratio of the merged firm, same as AFC before merger, as given to us clearly. Earning after taxes into price earning ratio. Product of these two is the market value of the merged firm, which is compared with the market value of AFC before merger. It is 100 rupees per share into 10 lakh number of shares, 1000 lakhs. Market value of the merged firm increases by 18.70 lakhs. This is the increase to shareholders of acquiring firm, and that is what NPV to the acquiring firm. Please take down answer from board. Let us see next question. Question number 12D. Company X and Company Y are in the same line of business, generating annual cash flow of 15 lakhs and 8 lakhs respectively. So there are two companies, X company, Y company. The amount of annual cash flow that each of the company is generating is 15 lakhs and 8 lakhs respectively. If the two firms decide to merge together, a post-tax savings of rupees 2 lakhs every year is expected to occur. So as far as the merged firm is concerned, in case of merged firm, earning after taxes will be like 15 lakhs plus 8 lakhs plus 2 lakhs. That comes to 25 lakhs. XYZ Limited proposes to absorb Y Limited on paying a cash consideration of 140 lakhs. So X Limited is A and Y is T. Like that information is given. The consideration that it is likely to pay is rupees 140 lakhs. The price earning ratio is 15 times. The question is silent about the price earning ratio is of X or Y or of merged firm. What are the merger gains to be allocated to shareholders? So friends, in absence of an information, we'll assume that this is the price earning ratio of X company before merger, Y company before merger, and weighted average of that will definitely be 15 times itself. Further, in absence of an information, we are assuming that whatever is the earning itself is the cash flow. Whatever is the earning itself is the cash flow. So we can say that the earning into price earning ratio. With that we'll make the calculation of market value. Earning into price earning ratio. With that we'll make the calculation of the market value. So 15 lakhs into 15 times, that comes to 225 lakhs. 8 lakhs into 15 times, that comes to 120 lakhs. Then 25 lakhs into 15 times, that comes to 375 lakhs. Like that we understand. 225 plus 120. 225 plus 120. That comes to 345 lakhs. Against that, the market value of the merged firm is 375 lakhs. So we understand that the gain slash benefit due to merger, that is overall synergy gain, is an amount of 30 lakhs. That is the gain slash benefit due to merger is an amount of 30 lakhs. The amount of cash consideration is given 140 lakhs. The amount of cash consideration is given 140 lakhs against market value of the target company 120 lakhs. 140 is paid against 120. 140 is paid against 120. So excess consideration of 20 lakhs is the advantage passed on to the shareholders of target company. Out of 30, advantage of 20 lakhs is passed on to the shareholders of target company, and 10 lakh rupees is the advantage which is remaining for the acquiring company. You can see the question. The question says that what are the merger gains to be allocated to shareholders? In a way, that's a what portion of the advantage passed on to the shareholders of acquiring company, and what portion of the advantage is passed on to the shareholders of target company, that is the question. So we understand that, so out of 30 lakhs, 20 lakhs is passed on to the shareholders of target company, and 10 lakhs is, so the advantage passed on to the shareholders of acquiring company. Like that information is given. Like that we can make the calculation of answer. Everybody is requested to go through the question carefully and this explanation that I have given. Please go through the same carefully. Friends, I am dictating a note to you. You are requested to take down the same. Please take the note along with me. First point. It is assumed that annual cash flow itself is earning, comma, based on that calculation is made. Full stop. Second, regarding price earning ratio, it is assumed that it is PE ratio of X and Y before merger. Full stop. So for merged firm also, PE ratio will be same, that is 15 times. Full stop. Sorry, comma. Accordingly, calculation is made. Full stop. Friends, the working note number 1 is calculation of the value of company X, company Y and merged firm. cash flow itself is earning 15 lakhs for X, 8 lakhs for Y, and for the merge firm 15 plus 8 plus 2. Like that, it comes to 25 lakhs. Multiplying with the price earning ratio 15 times, 15 times, 15 times. Earning into price earning ratio is the market value. 225 lakhs, 120 lakhs, and 375 lakhs. Please take down answer from board. Working note number 2, calculation of gain slash benefit due to merger. That is market value of the merged firm minus market value of X before merger plus market value of Y before merger. Market value of the merged firm is 375 lakhs. Market value of X before merger is 225 lakhs and Y before merger is 120 lakhs. Summation of this two is 345 lakhs subtracted from 375 lakhs and it comes to 30 lakhs. Please take down answer from board. Working note number 3, calculation of NPV to Y Limited. That is cash received minus market value of the target company before merger. 140 lakhs minus 120 lakhs. That comes to 20 lakhs. Please take an answer from board. Let us see the last working note. Calculation of NPV to acquiring firm, that is X Limited. Gain slash benefit due to merger minus NPV to Y Limited slash true cost of merger. We know that gain slash benefit due to merger is 30 lakhs minus NPV to the target company 20 lakhs. So it comes to 10 lakhs. Please take the answer from board. Let us see the next question. Question number 13A. A Limited is contemplating to acquire T Limited. A Limited is acquiring company, T Limited is target company. The following data has been assembled in this connection: EPS, growth in EPS, number of shares outstanding, and P0. If A acquires T on the basis of exchange ratio of shares in the proportion to their market value, highlight the portion, in the proportion to their market value, what will the new EPS be? Question mark. Second part of the question. Assuming, highlight the portion, no synergic gain, how long would it take to eliminate the dilution in EPS? Question mark. Do you think acquisition offer is attractive? Question mark. Everybody is requested to go through the question, please. Friends, over here in the first part of the question says that what will the new EPS be? In a way that we are required to make the calculation of EPS of the merged firm. The question says that A Limited acquires T Limited on the basis of exchange of shares in the proportion of their market values. It means exchange ratio is based on current market price of equity share. Number of shares issued to the shareholders of target company. Number of shares issued to T Limited can be calculated by two methods. The first logical method is like this. We can see that the market price of the share is 15 as far as the T Limited is concerned. Number of equity shares are 3000. So product of this two is the market value of T before merger, that comes to 45,000. We can see that, say, market price of acquiring company before merger is 20. That is MPS of A before merger is 20. So we can say that number of shares issued to the shareholders of target company by acquiring company is rupees 45,000 divided by 20 rupees per share. That comes to 2250 number of shares. 2250 is the number of shares which should be issued to the shareholders of target company if exchange ratio is in terms of the market value of the shares. It is based on the market value of the shares. This is the way you can make the calculation. Or otherwise, a smart student like you can also go for a shortcut method. That is MPS of T before merger divided by MPS of A before merger. MPS of T before merger is 15. MPS of A before merger is 20. So 15 rupees divided by 20 rupees, that comes to 0.75. Or we can say it is 0.75 is to 1. Shares issued to the shareholders of target company. Shares issued to the shareholders of target company can be calculated as NT into ER. Number of shares of the target company 3000 multiplying with exchange ratio 0.75. Product of this two is 2250 shares. Product of this two is 2250 shares. Like that also you can make the calculation of answer. We understand over here like this. EPS of A Limited before merger is 2. There are 10,000 number of shares. So 2 rupee per share multiplying with 10,000. 2 rupee per share into 10,000. So 20,000 rupees is the earning of A Limited before merger. For T Limited, EPS is 1. Number of shares 3000. So it is 3,000 rupees. Summation of this two is 23,000 divided by number of shares of the merged firm 10,000 plus 2250. By preparing either of the working note, you can make the calculation of answer. Whatever is the answer of this equation, we can say that it is EPS of the merged firm. Because in the first question, that is first part of the question says that what will the new EPS be? That is EPS of the merged firm is required to be found like this. Let us see working note number 1. Calculating number of shares issued to T Limited. We can say that MPS of T Limited before merger is 15 rupees per share. Number of shares of T Limited before merger 3000. Product of this two is the market value of T Limited before merger rupees 45,000. MPS of A before merger is 20 rupees. Issuing one equity share means 20 rupee consideration is satisfied. X number of shares are to be issued for satisfying consideration of rupees 45,000. So 45,000 divided by 20. That comes to 2250 shares. Please take down answer from board. Friends, let us see calculation of EPS of the merged firm. A Limited and T Limited. EPS before merger was rupees 2 and rupee 1 respectively. Number of equity shares 10,000, 3,000. Product of this two 20,000. Product of this two 3,000. Summation of that is earning after taxation of the merged firm 23,000. Number of shares of the merged firm NA plus shares issued to the shareholders of target company, which we have calculated in the earlier working note, 2250 shares. So it is 12250. So 23,000 divided by number of shares of the merged firm is EPS of the merged firm 1 rupee 88 paise. Please take down answer from board. Second part of the question. Assuming no synergic gain, how long would it take to eliminate the dilution in EPS? That is the question. You can see that earning after taxation of A Limited, T Limited and merged firm. Number of shares of A, T and merged firm. EPS, A, T and merged firm. We know that EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. So we can see that, there is dilution in EPS. There is dilution in EPS for the shareholders of acquiring company due to merger. We have been provided with the growth rate. You can see that it has been provided that in the first table, expected growth in EPS 5% for acquiring company and 10% for target company. We are required to find that how long would it take to dilute the EPS effect in a way that over what period of time EPS attributable to A Limited is more due to merger in comparison with what it would have been otherwise. I repeat that once again. Everybody is requested to understand that carefully. Everybody is requested to understand that carefully. Year, A and merge firm. I am writing over here EPS, I am writing over here EAT and I am writing over here EPS. Year 0. EPS of A Limited before merger is 2. Growth rate in EPS is 5%. So end of year 1 it will be 2 into 1.05. So it is 2 rupee 10 paise. For the merge firm, importantly understand that earning after taxation is 23,000. Now earning of A increases by 5%, while earning of T increases by 10%. So what happens at 20,000 into 1.05 plus 3,000 into 1.10. Increase in the earning of A, increase in the earning of T. That is, we understand at 21,000 plus 3,300. That comes to 24,300. 24,300 divided by 12250. Like that, EPS will be found over here as we have found EPS over here. Then for second year, what happens? EPS of A Limited in second year, if it does not acquire target company, is 2 into 1.05 raised to 2. That comes to 2.205. While for the target company, we understand that it is 20,000 into 1.05 raised to 2 plus 3,000 into 1.10 raised to 2. Whatever is the answer is the earning after taxation of the merged firm divided by 12250. Like that we understand. So friends, the calculations are like this. EPS of the merged firm is 1.98 paise in year 1. So from shareholders of acquiring company, still effect of dilution is not eliminated. over here, EPS of the merged firm is 2 rupee 10 paise. So once again, from shareholders of acquiring company point of view, the effect of dilution is not eliminated. So the question says that by what time period this effect of dilution, effect of reduction in EPS will be eliminated. That is the question which we are required to calculate over here. Friends, we know that EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. In this question, we are required to find that it will take what time period beyond which acquisition would be attractive, the effect of dilution in EPS is eliminated for A Limited. In a way that we are required to calculate that number of years at which EPS of the merged firm exceeds EPS of A what it would have been otherwise. That is what we are required to make the calculation of answer. We know that EPS of the merged firm is calculated as earning after taxation of A into growth rate of A Limited is 5%, earning after taxation of T 3000, growth rate of the target company is 10%, divided by number of shares of the merged firm, that is NA plus NT into ER, that is 2250. This should exceed EPS of A Limited what it would have been otherwise. We understand that otherwise its EPS would be 2 into 1.05 raised to N. So by solving this equation, we are required to find the value of N. Everybody stop writing, let me explain you. We can solve the equation by keeping over here is equal to. I just explain the equation once again. We understand that we are required to find it will take what time period? It will take what time period so that EPS of the acquiring company is more than what it would have been otherwise. Acquiring company shareholders find the merger beneficial, that is EPS attributable to them is more than what it would have been otherwise. EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company. What is EPS of the merged firm? We can say that earning after taxation of A plus earning after taxation of T divided by the number of shares of the merged firm. This is EPS of A. This should exceed EPS of A what it would have been otherwise, that is 2 into 1.05 raised to N. Everybody stop writing, let me explain. So we can say that it is 20,000 into 1.05 raised to N plus 3000 into 1.10 raised to N once again is equal to 12250 into 2. 12250 2, that comes to 24500 24500 into 1.05 raised to N. So this 20,000 into 1.05 raised to N is transferred on that side. So we understand that we will be having say further calculation like this: 24,500 minus 20,000 into 1.05 raised to n is equal to, on the other hand, it is 3000 into 1.10 raised to n. Like that we will have. So we can say that it is 4500 into 1.05 raised to n is equal to 3000 into 1.10 raised to n. This can be transferred over here and this can be transferred over here. So we can say that 1.10 divided by 1.05 raised to n is equal to 4500 divided by 3000. So 1.1 divided by 1.05 raised to n is equal to 1.50. Now, by adopting further trial and error method, simple trial and error method, we are required to make the calculation of the value of n, and based on that, so we are required to give answer of the question. By adopting trial and error method, we will make the calculation of value of n, and based on that we are required to give final answer. We will be having like a kind of interpolation procedure, and based on that we will give the answer. Friends, I am dictating a note to you. Please take down note along with me. First point. In this question, we have been provided with information about calculation of that number of years beyond which EPS of the merged firm is more than EPS of acquiring company without merger. Full stop. Second point, we know that EPS of the merged firm itself is EPS attributable to shareholders of acquiring company. Full stop. In year 0, EPS of the merged firm is rupees 1.88, comma, while EPS of A Limited without merger is rupees 2. Over the time period, comma, A Limited will have advantage of merger and EPS attributable to it increases due to merger. Comma, which is required to be found by us. Full stop. Let us see, friends, calculation of the value of n. Everybody stop writing, let me explain. What does the term n mean? N means number of years beyond which EPS attributable to the shareholders of acquiring company is more than what it would have been otherwise. So EPS of the merged firm exceeding EPS of A without merger. With that condition, we are required to find value of n. We know that EPS of the merged firm is found as EAT of A plus EAT of T divided by NM, number of shares of the merged firm, is equal to EPS of A without merger, EAT of A plus EAT of T is equal to this component transferred on that side. So EPS of A without merger into NA plus NT into ER. We know that earning after taxation of A at the end of first year, at the end of second year, at the end of third year, like that, say for nth year, it is 20,000 into 1.05 raised to n, because the growth rate is 5% provided for a company. EAT of T, that is 3000 into 1.10 raised to n. Once again we understand that, so the earning of target company increases at the rate of 10% on annually compounded basis. Summation of this two is earning after taxation of the merged firm is equal to EPS of A. We understand that it is 2 rupee into 1.05 raised to n, because the growth rate is 5%, so that itself is the rate at which the EPS will also grow, into NA 10,000 plus NT into ER 2250 number of shares. So 10,000 plus 2250, that comes to 12,250, which is multiplied with 2. 12,250 into 2, that comes to 24,500. This earning after taxation of the merged firm is kept as it is. Earning after taxation of the merged firm is kept as it is. This is the number of shares of the merged firm into EPS of A before merger. In a way, that's the EPS of A if at all it does not acquire target company. Product of this two, 24,500. This value is kept as it is. Now this 20,000 into 1.05 raised to n, it is transferred on this side. So we understand that 24,500 minus 20,000 into 1.05 raised to n is equal to this answer, 3,000 into 1.10 raised to n. Now this component is transferred on that side. So it is 1.10 divided by 1.05 raised to n, and this 3,000 is transferred on this side. So 4,500 divided by 3,000. 1.1 divided by 1.05, that is 1.04762 raised to n is equal to 1.5. Now this value of n will be calculated by applying trial and error method, and then we will have interpolation. That is what we understand. Please take down answer from board, friends. Friends are requested to consider over here. Let us see the calculation of the value of n. 1.04762 raised to n is equal to 1.5. Now what must be the value of n? Suppose we start with n is equal to 1. Suppose in a way that say it is 1 year. Then in that case we can say that 1.04762 raised to n is equal to 1.04762. This value is less than 1.5. So the value of n is more than 1 year. This value is less than what we require. So we have to increase the number of years. Let us assume that n is 4. Why we have assumed 4? There is no reason. Randomly it is required to be increased. So in that case we understand that 1.04762 raised to 4. 1.04762 into 234. It comes to 1.2045. This answer is once again less than what we require. So the answer of n is more than 4 years. Within 4 years it is not possible to eliminate the effect of dilution in EPS, like that we understand. Within 4 years you will not be able to surpass the earning per share of the merged firm than what you would have otherwise, like that we understand. Over here let us take n6. Why 6? No reason. 1.04762 raised to 6. Any number of years which is more than 4 can be taken. 1.04762 into 23456. So the answer is 1.3220. Once again the value is less than what we require. So let us increase the number of years once again. Let us increase to 9. Why 9? No reason for that. 1.04762 raised to 9. 1.04762 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1.5199. Okay. This is exceeding what we require. This is exceeding what we require. So the answer is between 6 years and 9 years. Answer is between 6 years and 9 years. You may interpolate, or otherwise like you may calculate the answer with n number of years as 8. In that case 1.04762 raised to 8, because the answer is in between these two, so it takes slightly less number of years. 1.04762 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1.4509. Okay, so exactly the answer is in between 8 and 9 years. So we understand that. In ninth year, EPS of the merged firm will be higher than EPS of A Limited, what it would have been otherwise. In a way that if at all it does not acquire target company, then in the ninth year, its EPS would be less than what it can have due to merger. Like that, so it will take like the 8 years to eliminate the dilution in EPS effect, and in the 9th year, the company will get advantage of the same. Friends, interpolation of 8 and 9 does not make any sense. interpolation of 8 and 9 does not make any sense, because we understand that we are required to give answer in like some integer number of years. So we can say that within 8 years it is not possible. Beyond 8 years, that is in the 9th year, so the acquiring company will get advantage of increasing its EPS due to merger than what it would have been otherwise. Like that we understand. So by adopting trial and error method, calculation of the value of n. Importantly, friends, understand that we already have found answer that 1.04762 raised to n is equal to 1.5. It means that we are required to find two number of years. One number of years which have a kind of compounded value less than 1.5, and another having a compounded value more than 1.5. It means that the value of n falls in between both of them. Like that we understand. Let us assume that n is equal to 1, then the answer is 1.04762. 4, 6, 9. So the answer is between these two. So we have taken 8. So we understand that the answer is between 8 and 9. Like that we understand. So I return a note. Hence, value of n falls in between 8 and 9. Exact calculation is not required, friends. So we understand that in 9th year, not in 8th year, because the answer is between 8 and 9. So in 9th year, A Limited will get advantage of merger, that is EPS attributable to it increases due to merger in comparison with what it would have been otherwise. Like that we understand. Please take down answer from board. Friends, over here I have provided to you a table along with the answer. You can see that in that I have provided to you EPS of A Limited and EPS of the merged firm. Carefully you can see that EPS of the merged firm is less than EPS of A Limited in year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8. EPS of the merged firm is 2.94, while EPS of A Limited would have been 2.96. In the 9th year, EPS of the merged firm is exceeding EPS of A Limited if it would not have acquired target company. So you can see that this 1 to 9 years information which I have given to you, based on that you can cross verify your answer. We best know how to make the calculation of EPS of A. Simply it is 2 plus 5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5%, like that 1 to 9 years EPS can be found. For the merged firm, as we have understood, we are required to have application of the formula 20,000 into 1.05 plus 3,000 into 1.10 divided by 12250. This is raised to n. This is raised to n. For year 1, for year 2, for year 3, for year 4, for year 5 and so on. You calculate up to like 1 to 9 years. If at all you want to just cross verify the answer. Like that we understand. Now the question is, do you think acquisition offer is attractive? In a way that from acquiring company point of view, we are required to decide that whether acquisition of the target company is attractive. Answer is obviously no. We understand that for 8 long years you have to sacrifice and then you will get advantage. For 8 long years you have to sacrifice and then you will get advantage. What is the time period for which you are getting advantage is not provided to us. What is the time period for which you are going to get advantage is not provided to us. However, discounted value of that should be enough to cover the compensation for the first 8 years. And we know that the initial year's earning loss will have higher value in comparison with the increase in the earning later on, that is 9th year onwards. So we understand that acquisition offer is not attractive for A Limited. So friends, final answer is, as A Limited is required to sacrifice its earning for 8 years, merger is not attractive for A Limited. Please take down answer from board. Let us see the next question. Question number 13b. Let us see the next question. Question number 13b. A Limited acquires T Limited. On the date of acquisition, position of both the companies were as under: A Limited, T Limited. Earning after taxes 1,80,000 respectively. Number of shares 10,000, 12,500. EPS 10, 6.4. Price earning ratio 20 times and 10 times. MPS, EPS into price earning ratio, that is 200. 6.4 into 10, that is 64. The question says that you are required to calculate, highlight the portion, price earning ratio at which minimum required exchange ratio from MPS point of view by T Limited. Minimum required exchange ratio from MPS point of view by T Limited itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio to A Limited, once again from MPS point of view. So the question says that you are required to make the calculation of price earning ratio of merged firm, so that minimum required exchange ratio by T itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio to A, and this calculation is required to be made taking into account market price of the share. In a way, that's from MPS point of view, you are required to make the calculation that what should be the price earning ratio, at which point of time minimum required exchange ratio from MPS point of view itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio from MPS point of view by T Limited and A Limited respectively. That is what we are required to calculate. Try to calculate answer on your own. If confident, do working in your fair book, otherwise do working on the last page. Now let us see, friends, that this is the information given. EAT, number of shares, EPS, price earning ratio, and MPS. The question says that you are required to calculate such price earning ratio so that from MPS point of view, minimum required exchange ratio by T Limited itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio to A Limited. That is the question. Let us see, friends, at how we can calculate this answer. Everybody is requested to stop writing now. Let me explain. We can say that from shareholders of target company point of view, understand carefully, EPS attributable to shareholders of T Limited is, MPS attributable to shareholders of T Limited is MPS of the merged firm into exchange ratio. Like that we understand. We understand that, say, as far as the shareholders of acquiring company is concerned, from their point of view, MPS attributable to shareholders of A Limited is MPS of the merged firm itself. Like that we understand. Shareholders of target company want that MPS attributable to them should be 64 rupees. So it is MPS of the merged firm into exchange ratio. Product of this two should be 64. Further, shareholders of acquiring company want that MPS of the merged firm should be rupees 200. MPS of the merged firm should be rupees 200. Importantly, we understand that minimum required exchange ratio by T Limited itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio to A Limited. Like that we understand. As far as the MPS of the merged firm is concerned, we can say it is market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm. So it is 64 into ER. Over here, MPS of the merged firm is market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm. Now this is assigned a value of 200. This is assigned a value of 200 because you can see that, so there are two equations. This is one equation and this is another equation. We are required to find two variables. One is the price earning ratio and another is the exchange ratio. Now for two variables, two equations are required. For two variables, two equations are required. So this is first equation and this is second equation. As far as the market value of the merged firm is concerned, it is EAT of A, which we have 1 lakh, EAT of T, which we have 80,000, into price earning ratio, which we do not have. Number of shares of the merged firm, NA 10,000, plus NT 12,500 into ER, which we do not have. Into ER, which we do not have. So there are two variables in this equation. So two variables, for that two equations are required. This is the second equation. So we can say that, so the 200 can be replaced over here. So we can say that 64 is equal to 200 into ER. So ER is equal to 0.32. Like that you can calculate the answer. We understand that say the 0.32 is the exchange ratio at which 0.32 is the exchange ratio at which minimum required exchange ratio and maximum affordable exchange ratio to T and A are same. Once we are able to calculate exchange ratio, afterwards calculation of the price earning ratio is not at all difficult. You can use either this equation or that equation. If at all we use this equation, then it is 64 is equal to market value of the merged firm is EAT of A before merger plus EAT of T before merger into price earning ratio of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm, in that 10,000 plus 12,500 into exchange ratio 0.32 whole into 0.32. This we know, so this is 64. Earning after taxation is 1 lakh, this is 80,000 into PE ratio of the merged firm, which we do not know. 0.32 into 12,500, that comes to 4,000. So it is 10,000 plus 4,000. Whatever the answer, into 0.32. We just have to simplify this equation, and with that, so we can calculate price earning ratio of the merged firm as balancing figure. At this price earning ratio of the merged firm, minimum required exchange ratio by T and maximum affordable exchange ratio to A will be same. Like that we understand. Let us see first of all calculation of exchange ratio. We understand, friends, that we are required to calculate such price earning ratio at which minimum required exchange ratio by shareholders of T Limited itself is maximum affordable exchange ratio to shareholders of A Limited. In order to make that computation, first of all, we make the calculation of that exchange ratio. Here is the answer. First of all, we understand that maximum affordable exchange ratio to shareholders of A Limited is found like this. MPS attributable to shareholders of A Limited is MPS of the merged firm itself. Shareholders of A Limited require that MPS should be rupees 200 because they have MPS of rupees 200 before merger. How to make the calculation of MPS of the merged firm if price earning ratio information is given? We understand that say it is the market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm. That is earning after taxation of A plus earning after taxation of T. That is earning after taxation of the merged firm into price earning ratio of the merged firm. So this is market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm. That is NA plus NT into ER, to which X variable is assigned. So this is what we have as the first equation, to which value of rupees 200 is assigned. Now we know that minimum required exchange ratio by shareholders of T Limited is calculated like this. MPS attributable to shareholders of T Limited is MPS of the merged firm into exchange ratio. MPS attributable to the shareholders of T Limited is MPS of the merged firm into exchange ratio. MPS of the merged firm is calculated like this. MPS of the merged firm is calculated like this. It is earning after taxation of A into earning after taxation of T. Earning after taxation of A plus earning after taxation of T multiplying with price earning ratio of the merged firm divided by NA plus NT into ER. So this is what we understand as MPS, market price of the share of the merged firm, into X, that is exchange ratio. That is the way we can make the calculation of MPS attributable to the shareholders of T Limited. This is market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm into exchange ratio is MPS attributable to them. As far as this component is concerned, you can see that that component is replacing over here also. That component is reflecting over here also, to which value of 200 rupees has been assigned by us. So what we can do? We can replace this entire equation. We can replace this entire equation with rupees 200, and to that X, that is exchange ratio, is multiplied, which is equal to 64. Like that, so the calculation of X can be made as 64 divided by 200. 64 divided by 200, that is 0.32. Please take an answer from board. Let us see now the calculation of the price earning ratio of the merged firm. In a way that calculation of such price earning ratio at which minimum required exchange ratio by shareholders of target company and maximum affordable exchange ratio to shareholders of acquiring company are same. We understand that say MPS attributable to the shareholders of A Limited is MPS of the merged firm itself. Taking this formula into account, I am finding price earning ratio. Instead of this, taking into account MPS attributable to the shareholders of target company is equal to MPS of the merged firm into exchange ratio, you could have calculated this answer. Either of the way calculation of the answer is acceptable. MPS attributable to the shareholders of A Limited is rupees 200. In a way that's the MPS of A before merger. MPS of the merged firm, that is market value of the merged firm divided by number of shares of the merged firm. EAT of A before merger plus EAT of T before merger. Summation of that is EAT of the merged firm. Multiplying with the price earning ratio, that will give me the market value of the merged firm. Divided by the number of shares of the merged firm, that is NA plus NT into ER, which we already have calculated, it is 0.32. So taking over here 1 lakh, taking over here 80,000, taking over here, so the number of shares 10,000 plus 12,500 into 0.32. We'll calculate this as balancing figure. That is the way we are supposed to make the calculation of the price earning ratio of the merged firm. That is rupees 200 is equal to 1 lakh plus 80,000 divided by 10,000 plus 12,500 into exchange ratio, which we have calculated in the first per keynote, into price earning ratio of the merged firm. Price earning ratio of the merged firm is kept over there itself. This is transferred over here. So 200 into 10,000 plus 4,000 and 1,80,000 is transferred over here. So 14,000 into 200, that is 28 lakhs divided by 1,80,000. So it comes to 15.55 times. Please take an answer from board. Friends, the way we have made the calculation of the price earning ratio, instead of that we can go for an alternative method also. The alternative method is calculation of weighted average price earning ratio. The alternative method is calculation of weighted average price earning ratio. A limited, T limited. Earning after tax is 1,80,000. Total it is 1,80,000. Weight slash proportion 10 divided by 18, 8 divided by 18. Price earning ratio. We'll keep the price earning ratio of each of the firm before merger 20 times and 10 times respectively. Weight slash proportion into price earning ratio, that is 200 divided by 18, and over here 80 divided by 18. Summation of that is 280 divided by 18, that is 15.55 times. Like that, so you can make the calculation of answer. Instead of going through the entire procedure wherein you calculate exchange ratio, then price earning ratio, instead of that, going with this simple method is also acceptable. Let us see alternative method of calculating price earning ratio. Calculation of weighted average price earning ratio. Name of the company A&T. Earning after tax is 1,80,000. Summation of that is 1,80,000. Weight slash proportion is 10 divided by 18, 8 divided by 18. Summation of the weight is obviously 1. Weight into price earning ratio. Weight into price earning ratio. With that, the weighted average price earning ratio is found. It is 15.55 times. Please take down answer from board. Friends, last time revision. Please take out your initial yellow pages. Serial number, concept, question number and remark. I am dictating last time revision to you. In the serial number column, write down 1. In the concept column, write down basic questions to calculate EPS, comma MPS, comma ER, that is exchange ratio, comma ER based on EPS / MPS, etc. In the question number column, write down question number 1A. In that, write down basic question to calculate EPS and based on PE ratio, comma MPS. Question number 1B. In that, write down basic question to calculate ER, exchange ratio, / SR, swap ratio. Question number 1C. In that, write down basic question to calculate EPS of merged firm, comma EPS attributable to shareholders of each firm, full stop. Further, in that only write down understanding types of situation, comma if there is no synergy gain, comma in terms of EPS. Full stop. In that only write down further calculating minimum required, comma maximum affordable ER, exchange ratio to T Limited and A Limited respectively from EPS point of view. EPS point of view. Full stop. Question number 1D. In the question number column, write down 1D. A question similar to question number 1C, comma, however this time synergic gain information is given. Synergic gain information is given. Friends, in serial number column, write down next number. Friends, in serial number column, write down next number. In the concept column, write down calculation of market value of the merged firm, and other related questions. In the question number column, write down question number 2A. In that, write down basic question, comma, to calculate market value of the merged firm. Full stop. Further, write down in that calculation of MVM, market value of merged firm, if there is no synergic gain. Full stop. MVM is calculated by adopting two formulas. Full stop. Further calculating MPS attributable to shareholders of each firm in merged firm full stop. Further, calculating minimum required / maximum affordable exchange ratio by T Limited and A Limited respectively, full stop. In bracket write down, from MPS point of view, from MPS point of view, bracket over and full stop. In the question number column write down question number 2b. In the remark column write down calculation of MVM if increase in net earning, comma, savings is given in present value term, full stop. Further calculation of gain / benefit due to merger, full stop. Question number 2c. Calculation of MVM if PE ratio of merged firm information is given, full stop. Further importantly, understanding that SPEM, price earning ratio of the merged firm, exceeds WAPEM, exceeds weighted average price earning ratio. So there is synergy gain, and there is gain / benefit due to merger, full stop. (2D). Once again, comma, calculation of MVM, comma, if there is change in growth rate of T Limited, full stop. Question number 2e. Calculation of MVM if increase in earning information is given, comma, however discounted value of the same, discounted value of the same is not given, is not given, full stop. Friends, in the serial number column, write down next number. In the serial number column, write down next number. In the concept column, write down. In the concept column, write down miscellaneous questions. Miscellaneous questions. Question number 3A. Calculation of maximum affordable ER to A Limited, comma, based on present value cash flow of A Limited and of merged firm, and of merged firm, full stop. Question number 3B. Calculation of value of consideration, value of consideration in form of debentures, comma, preference shares, comma, equity shares, full stop. This consideration is with an objective to increase EPS, full stop. Question number 4A. Second part of the question. Second part of the question. In which we calculate cash consideration is important, full stop. In the serial number, write down next number. In the serial number, write down next number. In the concept column, write down. In the concept column, write down calculation of market value of the merged firm, comma, range of valuation, full stop. In the question number column, write down question number 5A. In that, write down practice question of question number 2E, of question number 2E, 5B. In that, write down practice question of Question number 2A. Practice question of question number 2A. Five C. In that, write down important question, full stop. Third part of the question. Third part of the question. Is very important. Is very important. Five D. In that, write down important question, full stop. A different method of valuation given. Valuation given. Five E. In that, write down first different method of calculating SR/ER. Second, calculation of promoters holding is subject to an assumption. Third, new point of calculating free float market capitalization. Free float market capitalization. Full stop. Five F. In that, write down first calculation of BVPS, book value per share, post merger is important. Second, in C part of the question, comma 3 Roman 3, calculation is important, full stop. Question number 6A. In that remark column, write down 1. Taking contingent liability for calculation of NA is important. Second, calculation of value of firm based on importantly NA method and earning capitalization method. Full stop. 6B, in that write down a simple question, comma, for calculation of value of target company based on NA method and present value cash flow method. Full stop. Further write down in that distribution of shares is important as paid up value of shares is different. Full stop. 6C, calculation of the value based on DDM, in bracket write down dividend discount model. Bracket over. Approach is important. Full stop. Further, in first method of valuation, we have to take into account PAT for next 3 years, comma, ignoring time value of money principal. Full stop. Further in that write down question number 6C only, revaluation of land and building of target company is important. In the serial number write down next number In the serial number, write down next number. In that, write down calculation of maximum consideration to be paid, for target company, Question number 7A. In that, write down calculation of present value of savings of tax payment is the maximum price that A Limited is ready to pay for T Limited. Question number 7B. In that, write down second part of the question. Is important. Question number 7C. In that, write down second part of the question. Comma, to calculate terminal value. Based on PE ratio is important. 7D. In that, write down important question. Full stop. 7E. In that, write down calculation of range of value comma, based on current MPS and price based on PVCF, present value cash flow. 7F. Important to understand that for computation of, in that only write down, for computation of MPS after becoming private limited company, same PE ratio will have to be used. Full stop. As line of the business is remaining same. remaining same, full stop. In the serial number, write down next number. In the serial number, write down next number. In the concept column, write down calculation of NPV. Calculation of NPV. Write down question number 8A. In that, write down a new type of question. A new type of question, full stop. In that, write down further, taking bank balance as cash inflow is important, full stop. Question number 8B. Question number 8B. 1. First part of the question is to be answered, comma, ignoring prospective cash inflow, full stop. Second, in second part of the question, we have to find amount of annual cash flow, so that return equal to K, is earned, full stop. In the serial number, write down next number. In the serial number, write down next number. In the concept column, write down. In the concept column, write down miscellaneous questions. Question number 9A. Against that, write down a question of demerger, full stop. Question number 9B. Question number 9B for Bombay. In that, write down calculation of value of debt and equity of Simple Limited, comma, in case of slow growth is important, full stop. Nine C. Simple question to calculate EPS of merged firm. Question number 10A, very important question. Very important question. Full stop. In that, write down calculation of the price based on earning capitalization method. Based on earning capitalization method is important. Full stop. Further, understanding that value of target company in market is less than its present value is important. Full stop. Question number 10B, again set, write down. This question is similar to question number 10B, 10A, however, clarification about method of valuation is not given. About method of valuation is not given. So we have to make assumption. For all such valuations. Full stop. In bracket, write down as per institute suggested answer. As per institute suggested answer. Bracket over and full stop. In the serial number, write down next number. In the serial number, write down next number. In the concept column, write down. In the concept column, write down proxy firm. Proxy firm. Question number 11A. Against that, write down. Very important question. Very important question. Full stop. Over here, APV approach is adopted, to take decision about acquisition. Full stop. In that only write down further taking beta of equity of second firm to calculate KE of unlevered firm, is an important point. Full stop. Question number 11B. In that, write down first point. Calculation of beta of asset. And based on that beta of equity and cost of equity is an important point. Second point, range of values, comma, based on different assumptions, comma, of DDM, dividend discount model approach, comma, PE ratio, comma, taking proxy firm information, comma, A limited information, comma, without and with synergic gain, comma, are important points. Full stop. In the serial number, write down next number. In the concept column, write down calculation of gain / benefit due to merger, comma, calculation of NPV, comma, cost of merger. Full stop. Question number 12A. In that, write down first point, calculation of cost / NPV of merger to T Limited. Cost, comma, NPV of merger to T Limited in case of cash consideration. Full stop. Second point, calculation of gain / benefit due to merger. Third, calculation of NPV2 T Limited and A Limited for shares consideration, full stop. Fourth, importantly, calculation of apparent cost of merger. Apparent cost of merger in case of shares consideration. In case of shares consideration, full stop. Question number 12B. Next question. In that, write down first point. Calculation of MVM, market value of the merged firm, is important. Over there in the bracket write down. Over there in the bracket write down. It is similar to. It is similar to question number 2D. Question number 2D. Second, calculation of cost of merger in case of cash consideration, full stop. In case of shares consideration, full stop. Further, same calculations, comma, if there is no synergic gain, no synergic gain, full stop. In that only write down cost of merger itself is NPV to T Limited. Itself is NPV to T Limited, full stop. Third, calculation of NPV to A Limited, comma, in case of shares consideration, comma, if there is no synergic gain, comma, and if there is synergic gain, full stop. Let us see the next question number 12C. Let us see the next question number 12C. In that write down, in first part of the question, we have to find gain slash benefit due to merger. full stop. With paragraph write down. Importantly, in third part of the question, comma, we are calculating NPV to A Limited in case of cash consideration. Underline the word cash consideration. Question number 12D. In this write down, calculation of NPV to A Limited is an important point. Full stop. Question number 13A. Again start write down. Important question. Full stop. Understanding of second part of the question and its calculation are important. Full stop. Question number 13B. A question to calculate, comma, PE ratio. At which point of time minimum required exchange ratio, ER from T equals to maximum affordable ER to A. Full stop. In that only write down further. Alternative method of calculation is important. Full stop.